Ambassador Fabian, many a time you have spoken about the India-China confrontation. What is the latest situation?
Thank you for the question. Well, I'm afraid that we have no reason to believe that this confrontation is going to end soon. Now, you said India-China confrontation. That's a correct expression, but I wish to expand confrontation at the border and elsewhere. Please note, I'm saying at the border. I'm not saying at the LAC. In fact, India should stop using the expression LAC. As we have seen earlier, it was in 1993 that Prime Minister Narasimha Rao went to Beijing and signed an agreement on maintaining peace and tranquility along the LAC, line of actual control. If I remember right, Mani Dixit was the foreign secretary who went with the Prime Minister. Now, with the advantage of hindsight, we can say that it was a big mistake. But let us dig deeper. Can we not say that it was a big mistake even without the advantage of hindsight? Let us raise some simple questions. What is the meaning of LAC, line of actual control, without a date put on it? What is the meaning of LAC in an agreement where there is no map attached showing the LAC? Now, if the two parties could not agree on a common LAC, what prevented them from having two lines to mark the LAC so that the differences would have been confined to the space between the two lines? So, I maintain that without taking advantage of the hindsight, it was a big mistake. Now, if we dig even deeper, way back in the late 1950s, China was asking India to engage on border talks based on LAC, line of actual control. This was mentioned by Zhou Enlai, Prime Minister of China, in a letter dated 7th November 1959 to Jawaharlal Nehru. Nehru rejected categorically, I repeat, categorically, the idea of engaging in talks with China on the border on the basis of LAC. In other words, what India rejected categorically in 1959 was accepted by India in 1993. What we find here is India's inability to understand China, its intentions, its capabilities, its track record. In business and banking, we speak of KYC, know your customer. Well, in this case, let us expand KYC to mean know your China. And there, I am sorry to say, India has signally failed. Now, I want to mention about a curious coincidence of two announcements. But let me sort of explain it. On 25th of September 2020, in response to a question from an Indian journalist, the spokesperson of the Chinese Foreign Ministry said that LAC meant what Chou Enlai had said it meant in 1959. This was the negation of all the agreements signed between India and China in 1993 and subsequently. Okay, so that was the date, 25th of September 2020. 4 days later, and here comes the coincidence. On 29th of September 2020, there were two announcements. One announcement from Beijing: China does not recognize the status of the Union Territory of Ladakh. And another announcement that the Quad, that is, the United States, Japan, Australia, and India, would meet at the level of foreign minister in Tokyo on 6th December. Sorry, I am making a mistake. 6th October 2020. Now we all know that China is quite allergic to this Quad meeting. So my question is, I have not myself figured out which announcement came first. Was it the announcement about Ladakh's status or the announcement about the Quad meeting? Maybe my younger listeners would like to figure that out. Now, friends, we have been talking about this matter more than once. If you wish to look at the chronology, how it developed, you may like to look at the previous podcast available on the net. If you search for Ambassador KP Fabian's podcast. Thank you so much for lending me your ears, and all the best to you.